Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the workshop. My name's Mark. You know that by now. I'm also known as the Gentleman Woodturner, and I'm based here in Bude, in Cornwall. Welcome along to my Wednesday demonstration, live, chat, muck about, see what happens today. I'm joined by these gentlemen. They're going to be helping me out.
He uses that term loosely.
I do. Pete from Twisted Trees in Bristol.
Hi, everyone.
Brian from Woodturning in Northern Ireland.
And my picture has just went fuzzy.
You're fine here still. Brian and his internet. It's a constant struggle.
The picture coming back to me on YouTube is woeful.
Oh well. Can't do anything about it.
No, I know.
So, what are we doing today? Just a bit of production work today. I've got an order for light poles. So we're going to have some light poles off of some beach blanks. And I've got a small order of doorknobs for cabinet knobs for a new customer. He's just trying 7 out first to see if he likes them. We're having the customer and I are both having a bit of a wrangle with the architect because this is what the architect wants. Just box standard, square, straight edged, round doorknob.
Lovely.
And the guy who's making the cabinets the cabinets are proper beautiful. And I've said to him, you can't just put these on there, but hey, that's what the customer wants. So I'll put these guys in the back. They'll change these in. I'll change the camera. And we'll go with headstock, I think, to start. So, before I start, just say, as usual, life safety is paramount in your workshop. Everybody is responsible for their own safety. So I am wearing my safety glasses because I've done so many of these light bulbs. I don't actually have to wear my prescription ones to see what I'm doing.
Unlike some of the rest of us.
Yeah.
Who definitely need glasses.
So I'm running this on a friction drive with a cone center at the back. And this is all skew work. There's nothing else comes to use for this. I think you guys have all seen me do light poles before on lives.
Just once or twice, I think.
Back to 0 to start with. Start the lathe. Spin it up to full speed. And away we go.
Okay, so I'll go through who's in. I was the first one in, followed by Rex B, Brian at Woodturning, Wood Wizardry by Colin, Robert Copperell Woodturning, Chris Dodds, a bit late today, Chris, Gary Glass, Doug Miller, Brian with a Y,
Joe's not here, so
Todd Glen
you're not
Cove,
getting your full title.
Malcolm Douglas, Terry Bartlett,
You go much slower than I could be finished this first one.
Brent Beecroft, Michelle Oosby.
Hi, Michelle.
Brian's Tool Collection.
It's our anniversary today.
And Lawrence McDonald. Yeah, happy anniversary.
Gee, thanks, mate.
That was for Michelle, not for you.
I thought that, yeah. 31 glorious years.
You've got less for murder.
Yeah, I said that to her this morning. I said I'd been out twice. Did you say Amy DeAngelis?
Yeah, Amy's just joined us with a happy anniversary.
Bill Krulek is in. as is Clive Rogerson. Stephen the Wood Dude. And the Tipsy Turner is in. If we've missed anybody out, stick your name at the bottom of the chat and we'll give you a shout out.
Terry Bartlett said, "Many congratulations, Mark, on winning your or earning your choosers badge.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're now an official badge holder. Welcome to the club, which is almost as exclusive as the Depth Gauge Club."
Oh, no. Oh, unkind, but true.
Except I've got a badge. I haven't got a depth gauge.
Have you not got a depth gauge,
Well,
Pete?
apart from the
Oh,
black market one.
I can't believe that. I mean, shocking. I think he was sent his mate one. I know. Right, let me get off the
Beautiful
participants list.
mica to burn the lines in. And then these are sanded with 180. Quick sand.
Yeah. Rob has a question. He says, "What's a depth gauge?" Mark has a specific. I'm starting to sound like Steve. A specific depth gauge that is patented, and he only sends them out to his very, very best
Hardly.
his very, very best friends. Get them, but you have to grovel to get one. So
Brian, Steve, and both. No, one Terry's got them. The rest of us haven't.
that's it.
Right, so that's the first one. Now you notice that I didn't turn the lathe off.
Well, yeah, you didn't.
This is production work, folks. You haven't got time to turn the lathe on and off.
So Rex B is asking a question, Mark. He says that the friction drive, what is its primary use, and is there a secondary or tertiary use for it?
If primary
use
use is
them.
for making light pools, it's actually called a light pool drive.
Yep.
I use it a lot when I'm doing things with a tenon, which is going to be set into a mortise. My pocket watch stands, for instance. It's a very handy way of driving something that's either got a hole in it or you're not going to see the hole when it's finished.
Perfect.
Todd Glencoe says, now he has a badge. Will Mark finally turn the chest set for Brian?
What was that?
We're back to the chess set again. No, he won't be turning it because I'm not paying for
No,
it.
because we've both said I'll turn it when he pays me for it, and he says you'll pay me for it when I've turned it.
That's
It
it.
don't work like that.
Does for me.
Brian with a
So-
Y got a question on the angle of your skew. It looks very big.
20 degrees.
The 20-degree angle. It's a 33 mil skew, is it?
It's a 20 degree bevel. But
It's a
what is the
1-inch skew.
angle?
It's a 1 inch.
Yeah. I think is he not referring to the angle that it's skewed at? So not the bevel angle, the skew angle.
It's skewed at about 18 degrees.
Wow.
One thing I've learned recently, you don't need to be so caught up on the exactness of what angles are.
No.
Just do a peeling cut. If you find an angle that works,
Stick with it.
just keep copying it.
Manufacturers send tools out at kind of 45 degrees. Most manufacturers send them out at 45 degrees. There are exceptions.
Yeah.
Because 45 degrees is a kind of forgiving angle for beginners. Most professional turners that I know and I've kind of heard of change the angles to suit themselves. So my advice, this is just purely my advice, if you're new to wood turning, stick with 45 degrees till you get the hang of it and then start to play with your angles after that. If you start messing about with angles all at the beginning, you might end up in trouble.
Because I got them both here. I just measured my Colwyn way skew is at 14 degrees. My Ashley Isles is at 16 degrees.
Is that the bevel angle we're talking about, or the skew angle?
The skew angle.
Right. Okay.
My Colwyn way is at 15 degrees bevel. My Ashley Isles at 20.
Oh, Brian says
Sorry,
he meant
my preference.
Yeah, Brian actually said he meant the bevel.
20
Mark
degrees.
Is, yeah, 20 degrees. That's what mine's is.
Bevel angle is 20 degrees, yeah.
I'm kind of in a halfway house, yeah.
I've recently used a 15-degree skew, and I liked it. It's very nice, but it's very twitchy. And I've got good tool control. I like to think I have anyway. But it's still a bit too twitchy for me.
So Jennifer,
said, Brian, nice that you finally replaced the diamond belt. Nice maintenance video.
Yes.
He's asking if you missed you tightening the belt before you used it. You don't need to on the Pro Edge because it's got a cam and a spring.
It just looks loose. It isn't loose at all. It just on the video. It kind of looks like it's a bit loose, but it's not. It's tight. It's perfectly tight enough. Doesn't need to be overly tight. If you tighten it too much, you'll just put stress on the belt.
Yeah, and the bearings.
Yeah.
John Scarborough's asking, what wax are you using, Mark?
That's carnauba wax.
Carnauba wax in its stick form, which is great for small spindle work. Highly recommended for small spindle work.
Carnauba,
it needs to be going fast. You've got to build some heat. 60 something degrees before you'll even get it to apply. You're up over 80 degrees to melt it.
So Stephen Gordon has joined us. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Steve.
Right, get off computer. Jennifer, hi Jennifer, how are you doing today, girl? You all right? I did say hello, Jennifer. Mark was talking at the time.
Just doing a peeling cut. Over it? Yep. What's up?
That's good, but now you've got to choose a badge. You have to name each cup before you do it.
Hey?
You've got to name each cup before you do it now.
That's a peeling cut. This is a planing cut.
Oh, I've just figured out why my picture was rotten on your screen, on my screen. I had it set to quality playback of 144p.
Yeah, that'll be the YouTube default settings.
That'll be pretty rubbish, so I whacked it on up to 720. It's as much as you can get out of YouTube. Jennifer says she's fine, and she's asking, have I got my internet sorted? Well, the issue is that BT think it's sorted, but on the last 2 nights that I've been testing it, it has gone slow again in around 8 o'clock at night. So, but it's good today. I've just tested it and it's at 22. This is as fast as I can get, guys. 22 megabytes down and 6 up. That's as fast as a little bit of copper wire will allow.
Yeah, your focus is
So
a bit
is it? Hold on.
Yeah, it just jumped a bit there actually, so it might be
Yeah,
better
it's
now.
just
Did on tick.
hunting a wee bit.
Now I use the spray sealer purely because it's fast.
Ben's not eating again, is he?
3
What is
wipes
Ben
of the
eating now?
Canupa stick. Same piece of paper. And
What
again,
speed are you? What speed are you going at there, Mark? Flat out?
flat out, 2300.
Right.
I don't change
Mark,
the belt.
I can make you more profitable very quickly.
Go on in.
Ooh.
Don't use spray sealer.
Don't use the sealer at all.
Nope.
Don't need it.
Just cut that step out on the. Keep the last one to hand. Cut that step out on this one and see if you can spot the difference afterwards. I bet you can't.
Okay.
Grandpa Jim's joined us. Hi, Jim, all the way from Michigan.
Hi, Jim.
And Benjamin's eating sausage sandwiches.
Jennifer
This is
said,
not good.
Ben, do you ever stop eating?
Backwards and forwards cuts, just for stock removal. Always finish on a forward cut though.
The backward cut is effectively like a controlled catch. So the surface is not going to be perfect on a backward cut, but it does get stock away.
It does. It's good fun practicing too. Gary Glass says sausage and egg banjo, my favourite. Well, banjo is a Scottish, or it's actually a military expression for sandwiches, just in case anybody's confused there. That Gary's actually eating a banjo with sauce on it.
Stephen the Wood Dude's joined us. Sorry he's late. What's Mark making here?
Shavings and light pools.
Yeah. Making a mess. Look at that floor.
I know. For somebody who's just turning a few light pools, he's got shocking shavings on the floor.
Yeah,
He's
well,
only turned 6 of them so far today. Look at the floor.
I know. You must start with shocking big blanks, that's all I can say.
that's how they work.
Chris from Billy's Woodwork has joined us. Hi, Chris. And Susie the Swiss
Hi,
Woodturner.
Susie.
Hi, Susie.
Good afternoon.
Well,
What happened there?
I did that
Gotcha.
yesterday.
this end bit,
Did you get a little... Oh,
I
well,
did that yesterday and I got blood
oh
on my work.
right, it's not really
yeah.
a catch. Let me explain. Okay, which camera are we on?
Let me explain.
This end bit here, when you're starting right up at the very edge, you've got no bevel support. So in actual fact, the tool is supported by the cone drive. So that's a little cheat that you can do. So you're on your cone drive and you just start the cut with the very bottom heel of the skew. If you're not careful, you can drop off it because you've got no support here. So this is all about just feel of where the flat of the tool is. So every now and then you fall off. It's not really a catch. It's more of a just an oopsie.
Just more of a
So
catch.
so there it is. Now I'm on the bevel. Down to the bottom.
Benjamin says, do you find that your shoulders get a bit painful when hunched up doing small pieces, Mark?
No,
Hunch up.
I find it the opposite, Ben. Doing bigger stuff. I don't know if you saw those nail caps I had to do the other day. They were much bigger. They were 4-inch diameter. And they actually made my shoulders ache more.
I had to laugh at Andy, the woodwork learner. He says, I fall off things all the time. We're not talking about bar stools or curbs. We're talking about falling off the cut, Andy.
So you reckon just straight on with the carnauba?
Straight on with the
Carnauba.
wax.
Whack it in there. You won't be able to tell the difference.
Okay.
Obviously, if you're working punky wood or something like that, that's a bit different. But
I'll put that one to the side.
Yeah. We've been going for 20 minutes and there's 49 people watching. The ideal opportunity to remind you guys that there's a link at the top of the page, top of the chat there. If you want to support Mark's channel a bit, you could always buy him a coffee, guys. If you wouldn't mind, he would appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Helps him to keep producing lives for us.
Brian, can you also remind them to put their thumbs up?
Absolutely. There's only 21 thumbs up on my channel. What is going on there?
And I haven't done it yet, so I need reminding.
Well, Mike, Pete, get your thumbs up. None of your nonsense. And the rest of you who have not done it yet. Get it done. Come on. I'll even refresh my. I'll give you 2 minutes now. I'll refresh my page. Come on. Get your thumbs up. Oh, Brothers the Fish. That's a new name. Who's Brothers the Fish when he's at home? Let's have a quick look at his channel. Hi, Brothers.
He said, what is the name being
Brothers,
used?
it's an Axminster 508.
Oh, he's got a lovely picture of a dog on his channel. It's a super duper Labrador type dog, I think. And a picture of a Pro Edge. Oh, Mad Dog and Horses. I like this gentleman already. Brothers the Fish. So, Brothers, do you have horses? Do you keep horses? Okay. I'm away on horses already. And the thing I want to ask is Brothers the dog's name? Ben, I'm not nosy at all. I'm just interested in who's on the channel. Like to get to know people. What Leonard says, Brian, did you nearly call Pete Mike then? Yeah. Possibly. I might have done.
Right.
Michelle is shouting at me from the living room, guys. I have no idea why she's shouting at me. I can't really hear what she's saying. I'll get her to shout a bit louder.
Took way too long with that one.
Yeah, not making any money at this rate.
No.
Oh, the dog is Brunel.
You got a camera pointing at you.
Hey?
It's amazing how slow you get when you get a camera pointing at you.
Yep.
So Brothers has explained, he says it's not, the dog's name is Brunel. It's a lovely dog, Brothers, I have to say. And he used to ride. Good man, Brothers. I teach horsemanship, Brothers. That's what I do for a living. Well,
Amy
not
said
really
you
for
can
a
make
living
these into
anymore.
fishies.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Yeah.
You could turn them into little fish. Overall length of your light poles, Mark? Bill Krulik has a Tennessee walking horse. I love them.
64 mil. 64 mil long.
64 mil, which is just under 3 inches. 2.5 inches or so.
This one, the drill wandered on this one. So this one might have to be slightly different shape.
Oh.
It's very off center.
Ah, you got space.
Now, how many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I shall do, instead of that one? No.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I'll go back to that one in a sec. That one's not working.
Oh no, camera died.
Go that one. So instead of going back to the turning the wheel on. With the skew, I just use a diamond cord. Just do a quick touch up on each side, twice. Keep that in my back pocket, and away I go.
That's not such a good idea, Chris. Chris Dodd's suggesting that everyone should change their name to Chris. Then there'd be no confusion then. And Bill has said he has 4 horses, 3 quarter horses, and a Tennessee walking horse. Quarter horses are super.
And
I
Colin
leased
says
a quarter.
hashtag flowers for me show.
Yeah, no. I leased a quarter horse when I was in the Pirelli Ranch in Colorado, Bill. Super little horse.
And Todd says, Mark, what are your customers' requirements for shape?
Customers' requirements for shape are the shape that I make them.
Correct.
These are advertised for sale. So Mark does the one shape, one size. Right, do you do a blind pull as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so 2 sizes, and keeps the marketing easy.
The Wood dude says, I just call everyone dude. Saves a lot of time.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, don't you dare start that one.
What's Ben? What does he say? What does he say? What does he say? Ben said, what are your thoughts on horse racing, Brian? Horse racing is a wonderful institution where horses race against each other, but they're really just running away in fear. Don't get me started. If you look at the horses that are running, check the eyes of the one in the front. He'd probably be quite happy. The remainder will have their eyes wide open, showing the whites of their eyes, which is a classic sign of fear. Just look the next time you watch horse racing. That was me zipping my mouth, so I'm saying no more about horse racing.
Yeah, wolves don't catch the front one very often, so he's happy.
Yeah, Bill says his quarter horses are in bad need of some training. Well, Bill, you're a bit far away, Bill, I think, for me to be training them.
Where's he based?
I think Bill's in America somewhere.
Yeah,
Right,
Where
this
are you
is
based,
all
Bill?
right. You have to go there, mate.
I did say at the start, but for those who came in late, this whole live is not just going to be light pulls. So don't worry. I've
Is it
got
not? Oh,
3 more light pulls to make. And then we're going to go through the process of doing these doorknobs, cabinet knobs. Now, I haven't perfected the process of doing the cabinet knobs fast yet, because I've only
this will
had
be
one
interesting.
practice with them.
This will be
So
interesting then.
yeah, so we'll have a look at this together. See if there's
Andy the Woodward Learner says, Brian used to call me Paul so many times that I nearly thought it was my name. That's okay, Paul. We'll go back to that then.
right. Let me just try and get the cameras working a sec.
And the Wood dude
Okay.
says, I show the whites of my eyes when I'm spindle turning. Is this
There
when
we
you're
go.
using a skew, Stephen?
So these blanks that I've already prepared,
Oh,
they're going to turn into these little cabinet knobs. But I've got three light pulls left to do. 1 in beach and 2 in Sapili. So
What's
we'll
the
go back
timber for the
to,
cabinet knobs?
hey,
What's the timber for the cabinet knobs?
beach.
Beach. So Bill is from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I'll resist the temptation and just say that the Tennessee is wonderful horse country.
Tennessee is the patron saint of shooting things.
Tennessee is.
No,
Is
Scarborough's
it,
got to go.
so there's a Saint Tennessee then, is that what you're telling me?
No, it's the patron saint state of shooting things.
Oops, I've done something to my computer. It went all blue. Oh no. Bye, John. Have a good day, mate. Catch you later. Benjamin says, so why do people like the one-way live center system so much? It looks kind of bloated and in the way to me. One-way, I don't really know what you're talking about there, man.
That's not the one-way one. That's the Axminster one.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
the
the
same
same.
size and shape as the one way. I use one, but I also use a variety of other live centers, depending on what I'm doing.
I'll have to say the live center I like the best is my step center. That's the one I use the most. But I do use a cone center for doing jobs like this. Bill's waxing lyrical now, he says. I live where the moon comes over the mountain in gallon jugs. Brilliant. Brilliant. And Stephen says, I heard they make some alcohol in Tennessee. I think maybe they do.
They do.
Some is even legal, says Todd.
It may just about be legal, yeah.
They make it in West Virginia and North Carolina and Georgia too.
Robert of Hodgepodge. Did we say hello to Robert, did we? Hi, Robert, if we didn't.
Hey,
He
Hodgepodge.
says the robust live center is really weird because the bloated part spins as well. That is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Wesley Hannah's just joined us. Sorry, Mark, what did you say that skew was that you've got in your hand?
Was this one?
Uh-huh.
This is the Ashy Isles.
Yeah, with the
It's
rounded
1
edges.
inch. It's 1 inch.
Yeah,
skew.
rolled edge.
Nice rolled edges on it. Mine's
Really good for production stuff because it's got a lot of weight to it. It doesn't chatter, it just gets the job done. While still being very controllable because of the rolled edge.
I wake up most mornings. Quite lucky. There's usually 1 or 2 orders sitting in my inbox for these, either from eBay, Etsy, or just off my website. They're a nice little. Yeah, they just tick along nicely.
Yeah.
It's always a good day when you wake up, Mark.
It's a good day when you wake up, yeah, true.
I actually bought myself a new lathe and my extraction system entirely from light pools.
Yeah.
Maybe I should maybe start making some. Stick them on my
No,
store.
you can stay with your arty stuff.
I think I'll make a few light posts because they're not hard to make. Like stick them on my Made Me store. No, I'll just stick with the arty stuff. Is right. And Paul the Woodwork Learner, it's just said. He says, "I'm glad to see you taking over nicely, Mark." It's Andy, really, but he's going to call him Paul from now on. Just to wind him up a little bit. Because he needs it.
Really nice thing about light pools.
One little safety thing. I don't know if you notice, every now and then I just feel to see if it's round. But I put my finger underneath and around the back. Because the wood is spinning up and towards me, there's no danger doing that.
Yeah.
Don't be sticking your finger down in between.
No.
You can run your finger across the top. That's fine. But this is the preferred way. Okay?
In behind is actually pushing your finger away rather than trying to pull it in.
Yes.
Brent Breecroft says, Brian, what is your favourite piece you've turned? The favourite piece, I have 2 or 3 favourites. I suppose number 1 on my list would be the poppies I turned.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
But that's a whole piece. It's not just the turning bit, but it's a whole piece. The thing I'm most proud of, turning wise, is another artistic piece, which was a bit of a collaboration between me and Terry. I turned most of it, which is the globe with the 2 finials, like the Sputnik with the 2 finials on the stand. Terry turned the finial for me, and I turned the other finial. So they're 2 of my favourite pieces, I think. But I'm quite proud of everything. Actually, the little male and female snowmen I did as well. That's quite nice. I've got lots of stuff. Actually made a sale, yesterday. No, Monday. I made a sale.
Good.
Well done.
Yep. And 2 girls came and paid me a visit. I was £85 richer at the end of the day, so that was good.
These sapele ones, they need to be a little chunkier than the others. And the trick with these sapele ones, you should get a piece of kitchen roll.
Robert from Hodgepodge says, it seems that light poles aren't really a thing in the States. Everyone has switches or remote controls for their fans.
Yeah.
We have lots of people who have light poles in their bathrooms here because it's a legal requirement that you need to have a switch that you can isolate your shower and stuff from. So we have a light switch in the bathroom, which is on a light pole in a pool, and a switch for your shower, which needs to be on a string.
And many of the blinds that we use over here, Venetian blinds and stuff,
Correct.
will have a
Strings
smaller
on.
version of a light pole on the end of the cord for those. Because they can't use looped cords because people strangle themselves on it, apparently.
So I just gave it a spray with methylated spirits or denatured alcohol to get the dust out of the grain, because this is sapele.
Chris Dawes has been a bit pessimistic here, guys. He says, it's the stuff between waking up and going to sleep that can be a pain. Well, you're probably right there, Chris, but only if you allow it. Only if you allow it. You are what you think.
Last one.
That's deep.
Ben said he gets about 2 views a day on his Etsy store, and he thinks both of those are him checking to see how many views he's got.
Yeah. My Made Me store is a bit the same. I think I've got 3 people following my Made Me store.
Yeah, and one of them's me.
And one of them's Pete. Another one I think is Steve. Another one might be me. I don't know. I haven't sold anything through it yet. But you never know. We'll leave it up there for a year and see what happens.
I've got an artist friend who uses Etsy extensively. Sells a lot to the States through it.
Right.
And she tells me I'm doing it wrong because it requires constant pushing on Facebook and other social media. You've got to be really on the case, and I really can't be bothered.
That's my problem too, Pete. Really what I need is a media person. That'll do it for me, you know.
And Stephen said, an old woodturner told me that the piece that you should be most proud of was the last piece you just made.
Well, that's true. I mean, yeah, I'm quite proud of that little vase that I made the other day with the lace-up vase. Quite proud of that.
My favourite piece that I ever turned was 27 foot long, or 27 foot and a few inches.
Wow, it's a flagpole.
No, shaving.
That's a shaving. One single shaving.
I make shavings, that's what I do. The rubbish that's left on the lathe at the end of it is just junk. It's the shavings I like.
Oh, we've got another new name to me anyway. The channel is called About the Grain. He says, "Hi Mark, second live watching in 2 days. I might be getting hooked."
Oh, that's good.
Let me just have a quick look and see About the Grain's channel. Let's have a quick look at his channel.
He was on Andy's yesterday. From Cornwall, I believe.
Ah. I didn't into Andy's. My internet was poor yesterday.
Whereabouts in Cornwall are you?
Oh. He's got 13
That's not-
subscribers. Let's have a look. He's got
That's
some
not
videos as
Steve.
well.
Steve James, is it?
Copy. About the Grain, it says. I don't. There's no name on it, so I don't know. We'll have to ask. What's your name, Steve? What's your name? About the Grain? Give us a name to play with.
Could be Steve James.
About the Grain. Steve James. It is Steve James. Yeah, he's put it in the chat.
Steve, buddy. Just down the coast from me.
There's a link to Steve's channel, guys. If you want to pop over, have a look at his stuff and see what he's doing.
Steve is a very, very accomplished turner.
Yeah, show him some love in that. He's got some videos up there.
This thing just will not stay. I do believe he's also an AWGB tutor.
He's got loads of stuff up.
Oh, another badge.
Another badge. Yeah,
good. Common around here.
Yeah, common and smart. I don't think it'll bother me. No, I can't bother now because I kind of fell out with the AWGB.
Because you live in a third
fell out. He didn't fall out. He just left in a huff.
Left in a huff. Yeah. So About the Grain, Steve is he says based in Veryan, Veryan. I don't know how you say that.
Veryan, yeah.
Veryan.
This one just does not want to play.
Benjamin says, "I'm thinking about putting up a poster in my local vets for hand-turned pet urns. It's not such a daft idea." Yeah, not such a daft idea.
Right, so bit of maths. Just cleans all the dust out. Then 1, 2, 3 wipes of carnauba.
Job's done.
And that.
The Stephen says, "Brian, please tell about the AWGB." Okay, you know, Stephen, I'll tell you the story. So you know that I live in Northern Ireland. You know the place that everybody would like to get rid of, Northern Ireland. The AWGB are quite happy to take our money and send us a magazine every now and again, but they don't actually do anything over here at all. So when I asked about, yeah, okay, Mark. So when I asked about doing courses and stuff like that, I was told that they don't operate over here. So there was a little point of being a member then, wasn't there?
To be fair, Brian, we did want to keep Northern Ireland until you moved there.
Have you finished whinging?
Yeah.
Right.
No, Stephen asked, so I just told him the story. I'm not whinging at all. I don't care.
Those are the two Sabili ones, chunky ones. They go in that box. Those are two typical examples of just the normal ones. And that is the one that was done without Sentencio. So yeah, can't
makes no difference.
Any difference. Yep, can't take any difference. So that's that order finished. So they all go in that little box there. Now we just set up differently. Change camera to.
Yeah, I've made you an extra third of a penny on each one from now on.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Hugh from Wouldn't It Be Nice just signed us, Mark. That's Hugh from Wouldn't It Be Nice.
Hey Hugh, how you doing, buddy?
And Steve has just said, Steve from About the Grain has just said, "Hi everyone, sorry I don't know you all yet. Stick around, buddy. You'll get to know us all."
Right, for these,
we're all mad.
Now we've made 2 as test pieces, one this morning and one when the customer was here. because we were having a look at them. The story behind these is customer has a kitchen
laughing.
fitting firm.
Change camera, Mark.
I'm laughing at Ben. Mark, go ahead.
To what? I'm about to do this.
Fair enough.
There you go.
So, put the drive in, didn't it? The guy
Gav
making
has
these
joined us.
more
Gav's
is
in,
a
so is Roy
cabinet.
the boy.
Hi, Gav. Hi, Roy. Everybody else, thank you for coming along. The guy who makes the cabinets for these makes fabulous kitchen furniture. He's a proper artist. And he's made some
Lewis.
beautiful cabinets.
Lewis is in too, Mark.
Okay. Right, so just a couple of ring drives. First thing to do, just get these to round.
I do like those ring drives. They're really quite handy.
Oh, I was watching the chat there. I wasn't really paying attention. I need to see them again. Yeah, ring drive, thanks.
I think I would prefer them if the point in the middle of them was half a mil longer.
Right, so
I need to have a look
that's
at
round. Now the next thing I want to do is get my calipers set. Drop all those on the floor.
Mark, can I just pause you a sec? I've got a question
Yeah.
from Wesley. He said, can you explain again why the peely pools need to be chunkier?
No, it's the Sabili ones. I just find they sell better if they're a bigger feel in the hand. That's all. It's my own. It's no requirement. It's just personal. I just think that because they're darker, they feel a bit more substantial. Because they're darker. If they just look better, bigger.
I think I'll try and make some fancy light pools.
Right,
Bigger ones.
13.
So Ben Jama has said, if two turners that are both registered and approved tutors approach each other in the street, who has right of way? God knows, Ben.
You're a Burke. Right.
And Gav says, hi everyone. I'm late, so skipping back to the beginning. How much was the postage on that smock, Mark?
Don't ask. I got screwed over on that.
I hear there's a response in the future.
It wasn't. It wasn't the only thing I bought from them because I had to buy. Let's change camera.
Where did this smock come from?
Craft supplies in America.
Craft supplies, okay.
Right. So I had to buy a new tool post for the McNaughton coring system that the Klondike Craftsman very kindly donated to me because I've got a 30 millimeter post, and the only place you can get them is Craft Supplies in America. And while I was on the website, I thought, I'll treat myself to a new smock. So I was going to buy. I thought I bought one of the camel coloured beige smocks, but I must have Freudian slipped and bought the black and yellow one.
Yeah. It's black and yellow, black and yellow.
So the postage was whatever it was, because I had to get the tool post. But yeah, I think it was £39 postage.
Wow.
But I will give them credit. I ordered it on a Friday, and it arrived on the Wednesday.
Wow.
Following Wednesday from the States.
That is good.
I've sent stuff. I've sent stuff to Scotland.
What did you have on that woodcut?
The old one is the 25 mil.
Right. So if you'd have gone to Simon Hope,
yeah,
for something like 15 quid, he sells an adapter from 25 mil to 33 mil.
He does. He does.
But then it's not the right tool post. No, I wanted the
yeah, don't start.
I wanted the right one. Shut up.
It
I wanted the
works.
right one. Right, so that's down to round. First thing to do now
Lewis,
to its
Lewis has,
diameter.
Mark, Lewis has just said, much better than the coating system delivery.
Yes.
It certainly was. It took months to get here.
Roy's the boy wants to see what you've made with the peely, but I think we're going to have a quick show of the lot at the end, don't we?
We will, aye. We'll show you at the end, Roy.
Ben pointed out that Terry
Right.
never has right of way because you can just hop over him,
Ooh.
being a hobbit and all
Yeah.
that.
Terry's in France today. He's actually having a liaison with, that's a good French word, liaison, with our good friend Bude, somewhere near Paris. Stephen says, Mark, you should have shopped locally. Simon up. On the subject of smocks, guys, where is the best place to buy smokes?
Smock shop.
What's the name of the company?
Ben Chapman says, that smoke takes 10 years off you, Mark. You only look 60 now.
Oh, thanks.
Nice one, Ben. I was thinking it.
Leather work wearing card has made mine.
Lovels, that's the one that you're
Levels.
thinking of, Mark.
Yes.
I bought one from Lovels. I didn't really like it very much, to be honest. It's a terrible colour. Biscuit or something they call it.
Yep, mine's the same.
Biscuit.
They
It's a
do
terrible
do
colour.
Smock was made for me.
They do a
so
blue one or a red one as well, don't they?
Gary Glass says they're replacing mollusk, does them, but you can't even mind the name of
Right.
it. Well, Gary, get your brain in gear, son, and start thinking about it. Come on, sort yourself out. No point in giving me half the information. I have to go and hunt the whole of mollusk now to find out who makes smokes.
Okay, so 24 mil.
So Lewis, about the grain is called Stephen, just for future reference.
Pencil.
And Lewis says the absolute best place to get smocks is Brian's sister.
That's absolutely correct, Lewis, but she only makes them for me, I'm afraid.
So you guys can see. You can't see anything, can you? Can you see those lines?
Yeah.
No. Oh yes, can, yeah. Can now.
Right. That's
Looking
the
at the wrong
total.
picture.
That's the total length that the knob needs to be, which is 24 mil.
Mm-hmm.
The outside diameter, the thicker part, is 30 mil, and the inner diameter is 20 mil. So I'll just transfer 20 mil to my calipers, and then the knob needs to be
That big.
12 mil. So that's the bit I have to take down.
So Steve from About the Grain says, Steve here from Cornwall, I will try and remember the names, but I'm crap at it. Not to worry, Steve, because they're all like that. That's why I think everybody should have their name on their channel. That's why mine is Brian at Woodturning.
I put my name on the channel so I can remember it.
It's exactly why I put it on. I think it should be a requirement that you should have your first name and your channel name somewhere. Yeah,
Right.
Lewis, I did tell her, but my sister is 4 years older than me, so she's a bit like me. She just don't want to be bothered, to be honest. Andy says, I've got a running top with the right shape and a full front zip from £4 from a charity shop. Perfect and safe too.
Yeah.
Roy the boy says his wife. Yeah. No, it doesn't have to be a wood turning smock. As long as it basically the biggest requirement is that it's either short sleeved or it's fairly tight fitting. You don't want anything baggy and loose and round your wrists, for sure.
How many of these are you making, Mark?
For you guys, I'm just going to make one.
Yeah, how many are you making in total, in real?
The order is for 7 to begin with.
Fair enough. I would be inclined to do it differently if there was more of them.
Yeah, this is just at the moment. It's a sort of suck it and see.
Andy says that.
Process.
Andy said he would add SK114 to his channel name, but a friend got there before me. Very good. Andy. That's the second mention of SK114 today. I'm counting.
Well, I wasn't going to mention it, but now Mark's got the SK114 on the lathe. It's
What?
rather nice.
What?
Chuck.
Who said that?
I did put it up there just, for the hell of it.
Stephen from About the Grain says he changed his name by deed poll to About the Grain. That's a good answer, Stephen. Yeah, Chris Dodd, Brian, no pockets in the front. Yeah, that's always a good design feature.
The idea is that I was going to make the 7, and then you just part them all off like I have done now.
Uh-huh.
Except I haven't made the jam chuck big enough.
Well, it's jammed anyway, so.
Well, no, it needs to go right way in.
Oh, it needs to go all the way in, okay.
If I was doing this with the potential of doing more than 7, and with Brian watching, I would have put a whole lot of them in,
There we
cut
go.
large diameter, put a small tenon on the back, and then use the SK114 with dovetail jaws.
You would have.
Hold that to finish it. But that's partly because Brian will be watching me do that. But also, that's my favourite way of working on things that have got to have one end really nice. I find it quicker than jam chucks.
Hughes asked a question. He says, and what chalk is that you're using now? I think we all know, Hugh. It doesn't need to be mentioned again, Pete.
What, the SK114 that Mark's using there?
My attention
Too big now.
told.
I really have not thought this through.
Jennifer's jumped on the bandwagon too. She says it's probably an SK114, Hugh. I say it's probably definitely an SK114. It's funny, I haven't got one of those. If Axminster are listening, they could, if they want to send me one for me to try, I'm quite happy to try it for them. But it would have to come with a set with Donald jaws as well. You're big enough mallet there, Mark?
Yeah. I'll do.
Yeah, Colin, my smoke has the Axminster smoke I have has a little pocket for a pencil in the front, which is always full of shavings.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare.
Pocket of shavings.
It's a nightmare of a thing. Right, Dewey's Woodsheds then. Hi, Dewey.
I got to say, my smoke's got pockets at the back, which are also full of shavings.
Yep. The pockets in a smoke are completely pointless. Just take them off. Don't put them on it in the first place.
No, because my power cap requires a battery because it's the old one.
No.
And I've got to have somewhere to put the battery.
I would just make a little thing in the very top at the back and just in your smoke. So a little pocket right up at the very top, just at the back of your neck.
Well, up until this morning, these were going to be drilled at the back with a 9mm drill hole for a threaded insert to be put in, but the architect, bless his heart,
yes, bless his ever-changing
bless his little heart, phoned the kitchen fitter up and said, don't put a hole in the back yet, I don't know how I'm fixing them. So the kitchen fitter and I both said, well, there's only one or two ways.
Yeah,
You're either drilling a hole for a dowel or drilling a hole for a screw. Either way,
basically.
they need to be drilled.
Unless he's intending to glue them on, just
Yeah, you can't do that. They won't have any strength.
which won't work. But do you know what architects are like, Mark?
Because I've jammed that in there so tight now, I can't get the bugger out.
Have you got a hole all the way through so you can use your knockout bar? No.
No.
Oh, Mark.
Oh, relax.
Planning and preparation fail.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you this one was.
You're also going to have trouble with that method, Mark, that if you're slightly off centre, slight slope on your jam chuck or insertion into the jam chuck, it's going to be wrong.
So Michael's going to SWAT. Ooh, I missed that. I must have missed
Oh,
that
cool.
somewhere.
Have fun.
Michael, I hope you have a good day at SWAT. Say hello to Martin for us. He's at it.
Can you stick me on screen a minute, Mark?
Yeah, hold on.
Tim from TF Turning's in. Hi, Tim.
Don't know if you can see this. Right, so I'm making
Yeah.
some work at the moment. So I've
There you go.
knocked out a whole load of these blanks,
Thanks.
which I've turned to the outside diameter, and I've stuck a little chuck mount on each end, so that when I actually go to do them individually, I can decide which end's going to go where.
Yeah, I think I might do that with these.
I think that might be the way to do those.
Put a chucking point on the end.
Yep.
And then just turn them as a piece, and then only have to
Yeah.
part off at one
So
end.
if you just do a whole batch of blanks in 2 stages, effectively. So you
Yeah.
go between centres to create the cylinder. Put a
Yeah, I
tenon
think I
on.
might do that.
I would suggest you put a tenon on both ends.
I could
I
turn
very seldom use the other end, but
turn a tenon with then take it down to the O'Donnell jaws that I could use. Couldn't
yeah, the O'Donnell jaws.
You could just use the O'Donnell jaws, yeah.
I? The O'Donnell jaws. Yeah. But anyway, this was a process of just trying to find the most. If Pete gone, Pete. Pete's gone.
Pete's run away. He's back.
Oh, those are O'Donnell jaws.
Oh, look.
Yeah,
Oh, is that the O'Donnell jaws? They're very fine. All right, get off the two of you.
that's the knob basically. So that's going to come off of these blanks, which I'll play around with for the rest of the day.
Wesley Hannah has just put in a comment, Mark. He says, yes, architects should have to go to the job site and see the designs in the real world as part of their
Yes.
schooling. Yeah, they
We
should.
were talking about architects earlier. My cousin's an architect, bless him. Told me all kinds of secrets about architects.
I will look them up, Gary. Thank you for that.
That's basically just like an insight into one of my standard days. So I stand here and do pretty much all day, every day. And every now and then I'll do something artistic-ish. But I know I'm not really artistic. I'm just a jobbing turner now. I know where my place in the play.
Yeah,
I know where my place is.
By.
Yeah, I'm not artistic like Brian.
Yeah, Brian puts us to shame, and Stephen.
And Steve.
Yeah, and Steve. Yeah. Terry and I and Pete were just.
Benjamin says you can use your SK114 as a paperweight too. You know, there's no limit on its number of uses. I haven't got one.
Can't use it for anything. Question.
Pencil. You want a 12 to 14 inches, best size.
14 inch if you can manage it.
Yeah.
18 inch if you've got the space.
And I have a recommendation.
Yeah.
Record Power Sabre.
450.
Yeah.
If you've got enough money.
In the UK, I would always recommend Record Power Sabre.
Yep.
I've got the 350S.
You get a 350 or I've got the 350S, but there is a 350 Sabre and a 450 Sabre.
Yeah.
Get the Sabre. It's got better. Get the Sabre if you can. They've got better blade guides.
Better blade guides. It's a roller bearing system rather than metal plates.
Well, sorry, it wasn't very entertaining today. Project, but
that was fine.
Woodturning by Colin's got another question. He said, would it be easier to do longer lengths and turn a few at a time? I don't think so. I think if you just do the banks
When
like I've done, sort of the
if
right
they
length.
if they are like they are now, then yes. But me and the cabinet guy, we both know they're gonna have to be drilled,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to work as they are anyway.
and it's
I don't
easier to
think
drill them.
anybody's going to let them.
I think it's going to be easier to drill them and then run them on a friction drive, like
Yeah.
I was doing with the
That would
light
be the
poles.
best way.
But it's only when the architect makes his mind up. Anyway, so that's it from me. Thank you very much, everybody. One thing I didn't show everyone. Just there you go. I haven't put it on the smock yet, but I've actually got 3 because I've got 3 smocks. But there's my badge. Thank you everybody for the nice
He's
comments.
showing off.
The law is you have to
I'm
leave
not
them in
showing
the
off.
workshop for at least a month to dull down a bit. Otherwise, you get camera reflection off them.
Yeah, they are a bit in your face, aren't they?
The Sapili ones. Hold on.
Yeah, Superior ones, yep. I was just going to mention
Hold it
that.
up against one of the others to show the difference in size.
Just a little bit chunkier, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think being a darker wood, they suit being a bit chunkier. That's all.
I agree.
So they'll all get posted out. The light poles have all been sold. They'll get posted out today. I'll finish making these doorknobs somehow today.
So Michelle's off. Bye, Michelle.
Thank you ever so much,
Michelle,
everybody, for
happy
popping in.
anniversary.
Steve, James, about the grain. If you're ever up in Bude, mate, call in, say hello. Look me up on Facebook or Instagram. Just send me a message. Pop in, we'll have a cup of coffee. And the same goes for anybody if they're ever in Bude. Pop in and say hello. Thanks to Pete and Brian
You're welcome.
for earworming for me today. Wayne will be on tonight.
I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully.
And Brian will be on tomorrow, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Wayne the Woodturner will be on tonight, 8 o'clock. And then Friday lunchtime, Wayne will be back. Friday evening, it's Battle of the Makers, isn't it?
Battle of the Makers Friday night, yep.
Yep. And then
Saturday
cartoons with Jamie and Jake. And then Saturday evening, Mint with Wayne the Woodturner again. And then back Sunday lunchtime, Steve and Nikki. And then back to Mondays. That's it from me. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Take care. Have a good bank holiday weekend. See you all soon.
It's bank holiday.
Yeah, it is for us.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Take care. Pressing the button.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye-bye.